Okay, good morning, beauties. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. It's not quite as hot here in Los Angeles as it has been the last day, so that is a blessing. Now, let me make sure we are live on Facebook. Let me get this going here. Of course, when you're live, Facebook just wants to go. Oh, you know what? Forget it. I'll try it on my phone. Let's see if we are live. All right, we are live. I'm going to share the volume here. Can you guys hear me now? All right, we are live. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for waiting with me. Just want to make sure we are all up to speed. So today is day 3, and we're going to talk contour, highlighter, blush, all that good stuff, and how to determine your face shape so you can tell where to precisely apply your contour, your highlighter, your blush, all that good stuff. So we're going to get started. Make sure it goes on the next page. Perfect. So we're going to start with your face shape. And so there's 3 questions you can ask yourself to determine your exact face shape. And I'll share mine as an example. So first question is, what is the widest part of your face? So if it's the forehead, it'll typically be an oval shape, especially if your chin is more narrow or tapered. So your jawline is a lot slimmer than your forehead. Cheekbones, if your cheekbones are your widest part of your face, typically you'll have a round shape. If your face is wider than the length of your if your face is wider than the length of your face, chances are you're going to be round shaped. Jawline. Now, if your jawline's the widest part of your face, that's typically a square shape. Especially if your forehead, your cheeks, and your jawline are all the same length, so it's all uniform. Next question. So for me, for this one, I would say I have a round face because my cheekbones are the widest part of my face, and so we'll go on to the next and then see what the next question gives us. What is the shape of your jawline or your jaw? So if it's either round, pointed, or square. Round is if you have a round chin and the width is similar to the length of your face. Again, you're going to have that round shape. But if your face is longer than the width, then it's an oval shape. So if your face is longer than it is wide, you're going to have more oval shape. If your chin is pointed, likely it's going to be a heart shape. When the jawline is narrower than the cheeks and the forehead. So one of those examples would be, I think, like Kourtney Kardashian. A round face would be what's her name? Gomez. What's her name? Selena Gomez. And then I believe like a square shape would, I think, be a Nicole Kidman, but I'll double check. A strong jawline with not much of a point or a tapered chin would have a square shape. Okay. Now number 3, lastly, is your face short or long? Now if it's short, again, you're going to probably have a rounder shape unless you have a more pointy or tapered jaw. And if it's long, again, it's going to be that oval shape. So between those 3 questions, you'll be able to figure out pretty much what your face shape is. So for me, my face shape is round. So now we're going to go on to the contouring and see how to where to apply your contour and blush and highlighter. So you see here the round shape. Now you see you see the contour or the bronzer in the forehead in the outer corners because you want everything to kind of look more symmetrical and elongated and in proportion. So that's what kind of contouring helps. I love some contoured cheekbones because they do not pop out for me. So I love creating that illusion of cheekbones. Halfway down the sides of your face. You can kind of always do that duck pouty lip, or suck in your cheeks, and you can tell where your cheekbones are. And then just slightly above that, a thin layer of the blush, and then putting the highlighter right above the blush area, right above the cheeks, on top of the cheeks, right under the eyes. And I love using a matte or a lighter highlighter to highlight under the eyes, and then just top it off with a little bit of highlighter. And then you want to apply the highlighter down the center of the face, so a little bit in the forehead, a little bit on the chin. I always like putting a little highlighter on the cupid's bow right above the lip, so it's make your lips look a little fuller. And if you choose to, you can put a tiny little bit on the tip of your nose. Now we're going to go to oval. So the key difference here is they both have softer, rounder jawlines, but the oval face is longer than the round. So it's going to be a little bit similar. You're going to do just a little bit on the outer corners, a little bit smaller patches on the outer corners of your forehead. And and also the thing is with the round, I forgot to mention, is you also want to cover, kind of apply some contour on the jawline, just on the just slightly outside of your chin to about halfway to your jawline. I do like putting contour all along my jawline except for the chin, because I do like that slimming effect it gives, that shadow, so it can help conceal a third or a double chin if need be. Okay, so going back to oval again, it's going to be very similar to the round. You're just probably not going to be applying any contour to the jawline area, but just a little bit of contour on the cheekbones, a little bit on the sides of the forehead, and keep the highlighter the same. All right, next up, we're going to go to let's see here. Now we're going to go to the heart shape. So again, something that's kind of telling of a heart shape, again, the chin's going to be pointed, and many times it'll almost be like a widow's peak, or like a kind of like a more inward hairline. So you see here, she kind of has that, and it's going to be a larger forehead, smaller cheekbones, and then a very small jawline. So you can see how it slopes downward. And so for this one, we're not going to do any contouring on the forehead, just more so from the temples to a little bit lower on the cheeks, closer to the lips than, say, like the other options would be. And then you're going to just do a little bit of highlighter. And honestly, you don't even need much blush for that, but also to help shorten the appearance of the help round out the chin so it doesn't look so pointed, you can also put a little bit of contour on the chin. So that's a heart shape. And then lastly, square. So we're going to, again, kind of like even out the harsh edges of the square face, because it's very striking, very strong. And so sometimes you can just use a little bit of contour to soften it up. So again, we're going to do a little more and you see here the face, the forehead, the jawline, the forehead, the cheeks, and the jawline are all the same size roughly. And with that, you want to concentrate a little bit on the sides of the forehead, a little bit more so than the round face, but the cheekbones, again, you're just going to kind of play up those cheekbones that you're naturally going to have a little more shape to the face. So again, you're going to do a little bit more of a contour, and then contouring on the sides of the jawline, and highlighting the center of the jaw, or the center of the chin. Again, just to kind of soften out all of the angles. So it just looks very, it just looks softer and a little bit rounder. Okay. Next, we're going to talk bronzer. So a great rule of thumb, especially if you're lighter skin, medium, darker skin, you want to go with something that's 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So if you're very light, fair skin, I would go with a lighter bronzer. If you're more medium skin tone, you can go with a little bit darker, a little bit more I always recommend if you're a cool skin tone, you want to go with something with a little more ash or grayish tone to it, nothing red or warm toned, because it's gonna counteract the coolness in your skin with the warmth of the warmer tone. You want to keep the bronzer in a cool shade. Now, if you're warm toned and you're maybe a little bit more medium to olive complexion, then yes, you can go maybe with a little bit more of a chocolatey shade or a tiny bit red, but you still want to be careful with that. So always a great rule of thumb is kind of go with a softer, grayer toned matte blush or matte contour, and then based on your skin tone, you can adjust and go a little bit deeper. Okay, next we're gonna talk blush, and so here's some swipes of the blushes that I use. I wanted to break it down. It doesn't matter as much with your undertone as it is just your skin. If your skin is lighter tone, medium, or deeper toned. So here for best shades for light skin, you want to go with baby pink, peach, sheer plum, lighter, softer colors. You can go through a lot of these colors. So anything from more of the orangey, not orangey, but like softer, muted peach colors, the pinks, very lighter colors, that's going to be your way to go. Now shades for medium skin, again, you can go with the medium shaded, medium pinks, not too light, peaches, apricot. I love peach blush, especially like the number 9 here, peach blossom, and number 6, rose jam. It's very universal. I think you could use it for really all skin types. Sugar pink sea for me, for my skin tone, it's a little light, but because it's shimmery, it's almost like a highlighter for me. So I don't use sugar pink as a blush for me, but I would maybe use it as like a highlighter, or like a subtle glow more than a color. For the deeper shades, you're gonna want to go with deeper berry and peach or tangerine shades. So again, like the number 8, the number 9. Oops, I totally messed up the numbers. I was looking at it from a different viewpoint. So instead of 8, it's gonna be number 9 on here. Sorry, what I meant to say is number 9, peach blossom. So peach blossom is kind of a universal shade as well. You can do a light layer for lighter skin, build it up for medium and richer complexions. So I love peach blush. Now, you can, with the deeper shades, you can go with the darker berry, love letter, even the pink lily. It's more of an intense pink. I think that might, I mean, unless you're going for a very certain look, I wouldn't probably use that for a light skin tone, just because it's a little too deep for such a lighter tone. Okay, so that is covering blush. Next up, highlighter. Glow getter with the highlighter. So this is a highlighter trio that I love, and I use this all the time. And so a nice rule of thumb, again, with the cool, neutral, and warm undertones. With the cool tones, you want to stick with a pink or silvery highlight, more like light pink. See, it kind of tinges more towards like a blue color than a yellow. And then this white highlighter, you can use that for any skin tone. And so that's what's in a lot of like the 3, like the contour, blush, and highlighter kits. The white contour comes in those because you can pretty much use them for any face skin tone. And then the champagne, the gold colors are really beautiful on warmer skin tones. So like the champagne on me looks very natural and subtle, but very pretty. So if you are a warmer skin tone, I would stay with the champagne-y color. That's going to be very natural and just illuminate your the warmer golden tones of your skin. Okay, now we're going to get to brushes. So for contour, Pharmacy just came out with our smaller oval brush, and I love these brushes. I've had other ones that are oval shaped. This would be great for getting the contour in the smaller places of your cheek. You don't want it, when you're applying it, you want it very controlled, and then you can blend a little more. And this is really great for doing that. It's going to pack on some color, and then you can blend and transition it to the blush easier. Or you can use like an angled face brush right here. See the angled tip. Now for blush, again, you just want to think of a smaller shaped, rounded brush shape. So you see here, it's a little rounded, it's a little smaller. It's not as big as like this fluffy brush right here. It's gonna be a little tapered and rounded. So that's gonna be a great blush brush. Now for contour, there's a couple ways you can use it. So this is like for highlighter, For highlight, you could use like a fan brush like this and just apply a very thin, light layer of highlighter. But I also really like using this dual-sided brush that I use from our company. This top part, you can use that as like your translucent powder brush to kind of blend everything in. But this bottom part right here, I really like you could use it either for getting into the under eye area or the small areas like concealer would, but I actually love this for highlighter because it's a smaller tapered tip and you can use it to precisely apply the highlighter so it's not going everywhere. So I love these brushes too. So that is it for the brushes. And now you know how to contour and apply blush and highlighter like a pro. So for today's assignment, or for today to go live and just share, based off of what you've heard, what colors do you think would look good with your, well, actually, I want you to go live and share your face shape, whether you are round, square, oval, heart-shaped, and if you don't know, just say, I don't know, and I can help you with that. And then based on your skin tone, maybe your own preference, like which kind of blush would you go with? And then what kind of highlighter would you match with the blush? So kind of just putting everything together layer upon layer. So your face shape, so you're going to show your face shape, the blush that would work with your skin tone, and the highlighter. All right, lovelies, that is it for today. We'll come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about eyes and a little bit about lips. But really tomorrow we're going to share about how to contour and make your eyes pop. We're going to contour your eye area, yes, and then make your eyes pop. So that is it. I'll see you tomorrow.